Well, I come here because people ask me, but you know, I remember going back to, I think it's 2008 when I first came, and I came off the plane, and I was being interviewed off the plane, you know, as I walked out of the arrivals hall, and then I was put in a car to drive to the national television station to be interviewed live on the afternoon evening news program, and my jaw is dropping. This doesn't happen to me, you know. In Britain, I'm unless it's to ridicule me, they have ignored me. In fact, they just started to remember my existence big time in the last couple of weeks, but for years they've just ignored me. And I go into places like America, I'm on the alternative media all the time, but mainstream media is just not interested. And so it was a real shock for me initially, but what it's led to is such a massive amount of interest in my work in Croatia, and it's really struck me how the world would be so different if this information could get into the mainstream of the media in other countries, not just here. No, I've never come across it.
For those who are not familiar with your work and life, how would you describe yourself? And I don't know, 3 words. Who is David Icke? Business and private.
Stubborn sod. Investigator, I suppose. Stubborn investigator, sod. I'm fascinated by what the truth is about who we are, our reality, and how the world's being manipulated. Here we are now in the European Union, hello Croatian political classes, where we have a country of 60 million people and one of the biggest economies in Europe, Italy, now being run by a Prime Minister, Monti, who has never seen a ballot box in his life. He is a banker, and he is a major member of the Trilateral Commission of Zbigniew Brzezinski and Rockefeller. We have in Greece another banker, Papademos, who has been appointed without seeing a ballot box, and he is a member of, sits back in amazement, the Trilateral Commission of Brzezinski. And then you look at these other people, like this new head of the European Central Bank, which with the European Commission dark suit bureaucracy is running this whole show now. And what's his name? Draghi from Italy. And he's a former, I mean, it's like the CIA with Goldman Sachs. You're never a former. You're just official or non-officially working for Goldman Sachs. But he's a officially former high executive of Goldman Sachs, which is the bank, probably above all else, which crashed the Greece economy by working covertly with the Greek government to hide the extent of the debt of Greece. And now a Goldman Sachs man is in running the European Central Bank, which is dictating what's going to happen in Greece as a result of a crash caused by Goldman Sachs. Are you looking forward to Croatia, to entry to this wonderful world I'm describing? This is the last chance corral here. What we're looking at is the end of Croatia as Croatians have ever known it. And I can say that with confidence because I live in Britain that is no longer the Britain I used to live in. It was not the Britain, it's not the Britain I was born into. 75% and growing of laws imposed upon British people today originate with dark suit unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. What's going on? What's going on is our lives are being taken over, just as Brzezinski said in his book in 1970, by technocrats, unelected experts who are imposing their will upon all of us. So how can you have a so-called democracy and free country in Croatia when at an election you're not even given the choice for anyone with a chance of forming a government between remaining as an independent country or disappearing down the plug hole of bureaucracy forever. And you have no choice. That makes any national election in Croatia an absolute irrelevance.
So election will be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you know some names?
No, what I don't like to do, unless I've researched it in great detail, like I've been to America endless times and stuff like that, is come in and start, saying this about him and it's about him. But what I can say is if this network does not control all the major parties in Croatia, then Croatia is the only country in the world in which that is the case. And of course it isn't. Not to question EU entry in current circumstances is, on the face of common sense, so utterly ludicrous. There has to be another explanation. And that explanation is that those behind those that appear to be in power are not going to take no for an answer. So the people of Croatia have to give them no for an answer.
Okay, with your station, and
Right.
we want to know what kind of music do you play?
Well, we want to play a song for you in
Yes.
our air, so please tell us what kind of music and what's your maybe favorite song or
Yes.
I like
musician.
all kinds of music. One of my favourite songs is "Fields of Gold" by Sting. Although there's an Australian singer, a lady who died quite an early age and became a star after she died because her voice is unbelievable. Who actually I think sings it better. But there's a song. There's a number of songs now, which we're now starting. I noticed a few years ago, and I was saying to people, unlike the '60s, despite all that's going on, there's no protest song kind of movement emerging. Well, there is now. It's starting to happen. And there's a song I use at my talks. It's by a British guy. It's called Building 7. And it's a song about the fact that Building 7 on the World Trade Center site that collapsed in a blatantly controlled demolition towards the end of the day was not hit by an aircraft or anything. The official explanation is ludicrous. And it's a song about that and other things. It's brilliantly written. It's very brilliantly sung. And there's another one which I heard in America, which is making the rounds now, to do with the Occupy movement.
Everlast.
It's a song. I can play it to you before you go. It's a song about we will occupy the streets, we will occupy the courts, we'll occupy the offices of you until you do the bidding of the many, not the few. That's a fantastic song.
WND 9/11, 9/11, what went down with Building 7?
Good tunes, isn't it?
Mystery to this day. The building fell with such precision. Gave up.
Easy to remember.
Fire's not enough. No way hard enough to bring them down.
That is a little bit for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank God.
You put it out and I'll explain what it is.
Oh. Oh, this is good.
That is a handmade cup. It was made by my friend artist who is a big fan of you. Her name is Korana Božić. You can remember it.
That's fantastic.
And that's our logo and the name of our radio station.
That's the logo.
Yes. Pyramid and diverse.
If you look at where I live, a place called the Isle of Wight, just off Portsmouth, the south coast of England. It's about 35 miles by 15 or something. That's the shape of it. Just like
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
look at it, yeah. It's a diamond shape, just like that. I looked at
We
that.
knew that.
When I looked at that, I thought, he's put the Isle of Wight in the front for me, It's brilliant. Thanks a lot.
So it's manufactured, not Chinese, so please take care of it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So we will play Sting. on a radio station for you.
Oh, I'll have my tea every morning in that.
Lovely. But no, not don't wash it in a dishwasher because the
I don't have a dishwasher.
Okay.
You're looking at my dishwasher. I live alone in a little one-bedroom flat in a little square in a little town. I love it. I love it. You know, I don't want the big house and all that stuff. I just love where I live. I live minimalist, as they say, because I'm too busy working to have, stuff to upkeep. So
Yeah,
I have a simple life.
that's marvelous.
At home, I have a simple life. I don't have a simple life otherwise, really. Rather complicated, really. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you.
The pleasure. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.